Heidi here from Rain Country. God is good all the time. And I'm here today to talk just a little bit about natural immunity. And I'll mention a few different herbs and things that we can use to help build our immune system. But that is not the main focus of this video. What I really wanted to address is that I recently had somebody come in and ask me, because it was on a video where I got a cold from one of the grandkids, and so I was sounded a little stuffed up. And so they were saying, well, if you're taking all these herbs and stuff, how come you still got a cold? Well, first of all, colds, flus, things like that are just a fact of life. Now, I could go years and years without getting a cold and flu. In fact, it wasn't until I had grandbabies that suddenly I started getting colds and flus again. But it's still very rare. In fact, I think I hadn't had anything since that time that I had the virus that was going around in 2021. And I caught it from one of my grandbabies, who caught it from their parent, who caught it from somebody at work that had had the jab that was supposed to prevent them from getting sick, but instead they got sick anyway and passed it on to the rest of us. So that was the previous time that I'd had any kind of cold or flu. And this last one was just a standard basic cold, no big deal. But again, getting sick is just a fact of life. And in fact, some of these minor colds and flus that we get are things that actually help to strengthen our immune system, because as our body responds properly the way it should, it also helps build more immunities in a natural form. It is the way we were created to be. But there are also herbs and more that you can incorporate into your daily diet and into your daily life that will help not only help being the key word here, getting colds and flus, but even if you do get a cold or a flu, it will lessen your symptoms. It will lessen the time of the sickness, and doubling up on this stuff while you're sick can also help you get over it much quicker. And so I had really great results this last time that I actually got a cold, just by doing what I normally do and adding more. Like, that's when I'm more apt to take my honey infused garlic, especially with the added horseradish in there now, the horseradish from my own garden. So what I'm going to be doing actually is linking you to a few videos. I have one, my most recent one, on making a honey infused garlic. And I try to cover many of the different things that you can add to that. And a lot of people just make it with just garlic and honey, but I like to add a lot of other goodies to it that help give it that extra boost and just some wonderful flavor. I actually find it quite delicious, but horseradish was one of the big ones, because boy, that will work great to help clear out the sinuses. I'll also be linking you to a couple of different videos. One is a list I did a few years ago on natural immune boosters and antivirals. And so I've got all that in the list, covering a lot of the different herbs, especially the herbs and spices I use this time of year. I make tea out of these things every day, pretty much. And you can see I cleared out some of my stuff I had going on back here so you could see my little shelf better. This just represents some of the things I use in tea, but they are also the things I use most frequently, such as the cinnamon sticks, the astragalus root, the star anise, the orange peels, organic of course, and I've got marshmallow root, usnea, and peppermint, and mullein, and I might have forgotten something, but anything that's not there is either in my other cupboard out here or in my cupboard here with the smaller jars of herbs and spices, such as my cloves, and then I use fresh ginger, or I use powdered ginger, and all kinds of goodies. So I'll be linking to several videos down below, like, making an immune boosting tea. And I think I have another video called More Immune Boosting Antiviral Recipes, such as the fresh rosemary extract that I had made a few years ago. That stuff is great too. And then right here, I have these sitting here because I'm getting ready to shoot a video on this, but this is a turkey tail mushroom, another great immune booster. I have this smaller jar here. This is something that I will add to my coffee. I'll put one in my coffee cup, and I'll just use that same mushroom for a few days. So pouring that hot coffee over there. I also will add this to my immune boosting tea. And then right here is an extract I also made from the turkey tail mushrooms that we harvested wild from our other piece of property. So basically that was all I wanted to share, was just to first just answer that question. Well, you can still get ill. It's just like people run out and get certain things jabbed into their arms, and yet that hasn't totally prevented people from getting ill. In fact, I know quite a few people that got this biggest one that's been pushed like crazy. So far, everyone I know that got it still got the illness. People get flu shots and still get the flu, and sometimes get an even worse case than those who contracted it naturally. So none of those things are guarantees. So why not go with a more natural form that's going to be healthier for you and help your body build natural immunity, rather than making it weaker over time, which certain things can do, make you weaker, because now your body's no longer creating its own natural immunities. It's being dependent on something that's artificial to have an immunity that is not at all guaranteed. It just surprises me people will put more trust in that than in something that they can do that's going to actually not weaken their immune system over time, but help to boost it and help prevent illness or help to recover quicker, while also adding a whole bunch more benefits rather than a whole bunch more side effects. So that was the main point I wanted to share. And then also to remind you, or if you're new, let you know I have several videos on things that you can do to help build your immune system, which again, I'll be linking in the description box down below. So just click on more or show more. Somewhere right down here below the video screen, you'll find, you should see more ... or show more ... Just click on that. It'll open up the description box and you'll find everything that I'll put down in there for easy access, so you can go check those out. And if anyone has any ideas, thoughts they would like to share, especially if you have anything that you specifically like to do to help boost your immune system, or to help kill viruses, or to just help you get well better, like for example, the elderberry syrup, that's another one, my elderberry spice syrup, would love that one. If we feel like maybe we might be coming down with something, we'll take a shot of that. And if we do come down with something, we'll take a shot of that every day. And it works great. I love that stuff. And it's all natural, organic, and homemade. So anyway, ideas like that, please share them in the comments down below, and how well some of these things have worked for you. And thanks for watching. Take care, and God bless.